Excellencies, diplomatic colleagues, Newshmen, Gentlemen, Penguin, Ni hao. I'm delighted to be addressing you today on this beautiful autumn afternoon. I must express my deep appreciation to the organizing committee for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share thoughts at this forum on ending poverty and promoting growth. Today, the world is facing a number of critical challenges. Eliminating poverty, a cross-cutting issue in the UN SDGs, occupies a primary position. Poverty is at the core of all our efforts to make the world a better place. Anthropogenic climate change is also a critical and related challenge, and in many ways responsible for the widespread prevalence of poverty. Climate change is likely to threaten the very existence of the human species, not to mention other life forms. The impact of climate change not only perpetuates poverty, but will also push people back into poverty. Those who have clawed themselves out of it will be back where they started. It is a major factor in preventing others from emerging from poverty. However, if we had only climate change to deal with, our task would be somewhat simplified and focused. Though not fully, the ideas shared at this forum will be valuable in addressing the challenge of climate change and poverty. The technology that will be discussed, especially the transition to low carbon, will most likely assist us in our search for solutions. Add to all the miseries of humanity, we are now confronted with the COVID-19 pandemic, which has devastated economies and communities and pulled back millions into poverty. Yes, millions. These millions have only recently emerged from the desperation of extreme poverty. In this context, I congratulate China for having eliminated poverty, an unprecedented achievement in human history. Technology will play a lead role in countering poverty. We need relevant technology and affordable technology. Those who cannot afford it need to be assisted. Global financial institutions have a major role to play in providing funding. China's focus on rural upliftment and the use of modern technology and state focus serves us as a model. With prices rising, many developing countries are suffering from shortages of convertible currencies to make their payments for essential imports, including energy imports. The impact on the poor and marginalized is accentuated. My own country, Sri Lanka, is one of the countries affected. The IMF estimates that 70 to 80 countries are financially stressed, and around 39 may require bailouts. The international financial system is likely to be seriously destabilized with these pressures. Unfortunately, the global aspiration of realizing the UN Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 will be a casualty. We need to convert to renewable energy. Yes, low carbon energy. Those who cannot afford it must be assisted. The transition will create business opportunities. Companies with the technology and the funding will thrive. Without doubt, we will need to rely less and less on fossil fuels for the production of our energy needs. The technology is available and is becoming more economical rapidly. Fossil fuels spurred the Industrial Revolution and made life better and easier in the developed world, but also contributed massively to global warming. Fossil fuels have dominated industrial advancement, but let us now initiate a new energy revolution based on renewable energy. We must, as a whole, embrace a low carbon development model. When one observes the devastation already caused by climatic factors, there will not be much effort required for convincing. The record heat wave sweeping northern countries this summer, the ever-increasing ferocity of forest fires, the frequency and intensity of typhoons, hurricanes and tornadoes, the widespread droughts and unprecedented floods, all impacting more on the poor of this world, the receding glaciers and melting ice caps, the rapid extinction of species should all ring loud and clear alarm bells. The warming of the oceans is impacting on wild fish stocks, which supply the most part of the protein intake of the poor of this world, and also the highly populated coastal areas in some island states which are likely to go underwater, and again affecting the poor people of the developing world. Our efforts to deal with poverty may not find easy rewards, but linking that effort to deal with poverty with our endeavors to address climate change is more likely to provide results in most areas. Thank you.